So first of all, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to everybody to Cittaviveka Buddhist Monastery and the Sunday evening guided meditation. Today there has also been a lay forum held at the monastery, and I believe that the topic was a reading from the book called Beyond Eye Making by Ajahn Dhamma. This is a book that takes up the subject of anatta, or not self, which the Buddha taught. This is quite a profound topic, very deep, can be also very maybe confusing, difficult to understand. What does it mean? Can have quite a few different aspects, applications, ways of viewing it, but also very, very important, and from my understanding it has a very liberating potential. And it's a way of liberating the mind from selfishness, from this sense of self, this automatic, deeply ingrained sense of I, me, mine, or I making, as it says in the title, which also indicates that's a process, something that is done in the mind. And maybe it does not have to be done. So I thought that this guided meditation will be on this topic of anatta, and just exploring some different aspects of it, maybe get some indications of an experiential understanding of what this is trying to point to, at least in my understanding, and we'll see how the meditation unfolds. But before we go into the meditation, we'll, as usual, we start with some brief chanting. So this evening I thought we can start on page 19 of the dark brown chanting book, and it's called the Dedication of Offerings. So the first page 19, and then continuing on the preliminary homage on page 21. So both in English. And chanting can be a good way to just direct the mind towards the spiritual, towards the values and teachings that the Buddha gave. So if we had a busy day, a lot of activities, this is a way to just direct the mind towards those values. And as also, of course, as symbolized by the Buddha statue behind me. So starting on page 19. To the Blessed One, the Lord who fully attained perfect enlightenment, to the teaching which he expounded so well, and to the Blessed One's disciples who have practiced well, to these the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha, we render with offerings our rightful homage. It is well for us that the Blessed One, having attained liberation, still had compassion for later generations. May these simple offerings be accepted for our long-lasting benefit and for the happiness it gives us. The Lord, the perfectly enlightened and Blessed One, I render homage to the Buddha, the Blessed One. The teaching so completely explained by him, I bow to the Dhamma. The Blessed One's disciples who have practiced well, I bow to the Sangha. Now let us pay preliminary homage to the Buddha. Homage to the Blessed, Noble, and Perfectly Enlightened One. Homage to the Blessed, Noble, and Perfectly Enlightened One. Homage to the Blessed, Noble, and Perfectly Enlightened One. We can go to page 41, Reflection on Universal Well-Being. Now let us chant the reflections on universal well-being. May I abide in well-being, in freedom from affliction, in freedom from hostility, in freedom from ill will, in freedom from anxiety, and may I maintain well-being in myself. May everyone abide in well-being, in freedom from hostility, in freedom from ill will, in freedom from anxiety, and may they maintain well-being in themselves. May all beings be released from all suffering, and may they not be parted from the good fortune they have attained. When they act upon intention, all beings are the owners of their action and inherit its results.
Their future is born from such action, companion to such action, and its results will be their home. All actions with intention, be they skillful or harmful, of such acts they will be the heirs.
Okay, so please resume a comfortable meditation posture. Just trying to find a posture where we can sit for about 45 minutes or so without too much pain, without needing to move too much. Which is conducive to stillness, stability, alertness, for feeling settled, grounded, supported by the ground, at home, a safe place, a peaceful place. A place where we don't need to fear being attacked or assaulted or anything. It's a place where we can and are allowed to focus on spiritual cultivation. Where we can sit together with like-minded people interested to develop the mind, develop themselves, free yourselves from difficulty, suffering, finding peace. Just beginning with that sense of appreciation for each other, for the good intentions of the people around us, for the shared human condition. With whatever difficulties that entail. Often it's useful to begin a meditation session with few very long, deep breaths, just to settle in, to indicate to body and mind that now we're entering a different mode. Now we're putting mindfulness to the fore. Now we're turning the attention inwards. For the time being, we can drop any concerns, anxieties, plans. For this time we can focus on spiritual cultivation. With a long in-breath, you energize the system, you're awake, feel more alert, awake. With a long out-breath, you relax, let the shoulders drop. Feel that sense of landing where we are, settling in. One aspect of the term anatta, not self, is that ultimately things are not under our control. Things do not completely obey our wishes, our commands, desires, how we want things to be. Often very quickly can notice this. Pains in the body, aches, maybe an old injury. We can't just wish those away. And likely we notice that the mind, the thoughts, even though we might want to be peaceful, we might want to be internally still, the thoughts keep going. if the thoughts are not under our control, then who or what is controlling them? And what are they? We can start by exploring and anchoring the attention more in the body before turning towards the mind. And simply placing the attention on the forehead, just gently, in order to build up anchor our mindfulness, our attention, a relatively stable object, just the body. Placing our attention on the forehead, just noticing sensations, tensions, and trying to relax the tensions. And again, we can especially use the out breath to relax the body part that we're focusing on. Moving the attention slowly downwards, around the eyes. Just seeing if we can relax any tension that we find there. Just exploring around the facial muscles. And the jaw, just letting all those muscles relax. With a sense of kindness towards the body. Continuing to move the attention to the throat and the neck, just checking for tension. Just letting it relax. to the shoulders and the chest. Noticing the sensations there, while keeping the body upright, alert. Just let all the muscles relax around the spine, around the skeleton, letting the bones hold the body. Focusing on this area, chest area, maybe you notice the rising and falling of the breath. The hand is just bursting by itself. You don't have to do anything. Breath continue, breath goes out. Oxygen comes in, spread throughout the body, the blood distributed throughout the body, without us really having to do anything, even knowing about it. Some extremely complex processes going on in the body. Digestion, breathing, blood pumping around. And likely most of us have no clue on how these work, at least in detail. So what does that say about the body? Are we the body? Who is controlling the body? Oxygen, food comes in from the outside. When it's outside, it's just something else. Oxygen, food, when it enters the body, it becomes my body. Me. noticing these ongoing automatic processes, especially breathing. Continuing to slowly move our attention down through the body towards the abdomen, stomach area, and just keep relaxing the tension we might find. Also noticing sensations, pleasant sensations, maybe a gentle sensation of the breathing, or the relaxing sensations. Also the various painful sensations in the body. Just reflecting, did we choose to have all these sensations? Was that our deliberate choice or wish? Or is that just what's being presented to us? Through various causes and conditions. Just trying to keep our attention, our observations within the body, noticing this aspect of reality. Not trying to control at this moment, just observe. continuing to move the attention down through the body, the hips, thighs, just trying to relax whatever tension, unnecessary tension we hold in those areas. Just noticing how the body and sensations operate through causes and conditions. Trying to align our view with reality. Taking things less personal. Pain is just pain that arises through certain causes, certain conditions. And when we have scanned through the whole body like this, just relaxing, calming down the system, we probably will also notice that the mind, the thinking, the thoughts have calmed down. And through our attempt to observe the body, observe the sensations, likely also the presence, clarity of mind has increased. Now just placing our attention on the sensation of the breathing. following the sensations from the tip of the nose down to the heart area, further down to the abdomen. And on the out breath, from the abdomen up to the heart area, up to the tip of the nose. So trying to gently and with kindness stay continuously present with those sensations. Again, just noticing how this process of breathing just goes on by itself. And also how it's constantly changing. It's never quite exactly the same. The air we breathe in, it's never exactly the same air. And in every moment, every second, the body changes in small ways. The blood rushes around, various cells and all kinds of bacteria changes. Seeing more and more clearly how this is not a fixed thing. It's not a body in the sense of a fixed, stable core. It's something constantly changing, interacting with the environment. This is just natural. This is how the conditioned natural world is. No entities, no fixed things. Following the breathe, the in-breath, the out-breath, keeping this perspective in mind, keeping this reflection in mind. And very likely, when we try to keep our attention with the sensations of the breathing, other thoughts come in, which seem very important. And which takes our attention, distracts us, even though we had an initial intention of following the breath. So again, we see the same pattern. These things are not completely under our control. Come and they go, they change. 10 years ago, maybe we had certain ideas, certain thoughts. Today, it might be different. And the question is, how deep does this go? How deeply can we investigate? This sense of changeability. Things change, things are not under our control, they go on by themselves. How deep in our experience does this perspective apply? That everything comes about through causes and conditions. How does this apply to our sense of self, of who we are? This is the challenge to investigate. We can finish the evening with some chanting. On page 49, reflection on the unconditioned. So page 49 in the dark brown book. Andamayang Nibbana Sutta Patang Manamase Ati Bhikkhave Ajatang Abhutang Akatang Asankatang. There is an unborn, unoriginated, uncreated and unformed. No cetang bhikkhave abhavisa ajatang abhutang akatang asankatang. If there was not this unborn, this unoriginated, this uncreated, this unformed, Nayidang jata sabhuta sakata sasankata sanisaranang panyayeta. Freedom from the world of the born, the originated, the created, the formed, would not be possible. Yasamachako bhikkhave ati ajatang abhutang akatang asankatang. But since there is an unborn, unoriginated, uncreated and unformed, Tassama jata sabhuta sakata sasankata sanisaranang panyayati. Therefore is freedom possible from the world of the born, the originated, the created and the formed. And finishing the evening with the closing homage in English. It's on page 29. The Lord, the perfectly enlightened and blessed one, I render homage to the Buddha, the blessed one. The teaching so completely explained by him, I bow to the Dhamma. The Blessed One's disciples who have practiced well, I bow to the Sangha.